Hey there, it's Peter here from Full Spectrum Performance, and today I'm excited to teach you all about conditionings, what they are, how they impact us in our lives, and most importantly, how we get rid of them. But first, a word from our sponsor. The Order of the Hidden is a diverse spiritual community built upon compassion, spiritual development, and manifesting positive change. Gather with awakened beings to develop yourself while uplifting others. Spread love and light with the Order of the Hidden today by joining their communities on Reddit, Discord, Facebook, and Linktree to connect, share ideas, insights, and elevate yourself with fellow aspirants united by growth and love. So, what are conditionings? Now, a tagline you've heard me say over and over is you want to squeeze out those sponge of conditionings. Now, the reason we want to think about that is because when we're born, we're a dried out sponge. And we learn the emotional and mental expressions from not only our parents but the environment around us. And just like a sponge, it doesn't matter if the water's dirty or clean, we just indiscriminately soak this stuff up. Western psychology and sciences have already shown us that when you're born, from the age of 10, you're learning everything really that you used to perceive the world and yourself in those first early years of life. Now, think about your parents passing along the physical information. But just like that, we already know DNA stores memory, stores data. So we got to understand that we're also passing along the emotional and mental information too. How you talk to yourself, how your internal environment operates, and how you perceive the world around you and express yourself within it all gets passed along, and these are conditionings. Now, on top of that, you also got to understand that it's the environment and the experiences you have. One pain or trauma in your youth can develop into its own manifestation and behavior later on in life. It's kind of cool to think about all the conditionings and their impact on our lives, kind of like a still pond. And when you throw a little rock or pebble into it, you see those ripples grow. Early on in life, they're very quick, but as they grow, they get larger and larger, and the waves get bigger and bigger. Conditionings have the same impact on our lives. When they go uncorrected, they get worse. We become the masters of our chaos, the masters of these expressions, and they become so rooted, so deeply grounded within us that it's the truth above all truths. But in reality, it just serves as a blinder or a veil of perception, a different colored lens on how we can see the world. And when we don't get rid of them, it causes us pain and suffering, to misperceive. Fundamentally, it's that aspect of Maya, delusion, illusion, that comes to cripple our experience of not only how we live life outside of ourselves, but how we live within. Now, to get rid of them, it's that process of reflection, baby. It really is using your meditation as that digestion of the soul to recognize a pattern and expression that kind of keeps coming up within your life. If you notice you express yourself in one situation and it leads to a certain result, that's one of those areas and avenues to explore. Because until we squeeze out that sponge of conditionings, it's gonna keep dirtying everything we try to really do in life. Now, some practical aspect and knowledge for this is to understand that all of these things started when you were really, really young, and we pile them on as we age. This is one of the reasons why awakening, the spiritual path, is all about unfoldment. Because you're peeling away those layers of the onion, you're shedding those jackets of conditioning to be your pure self within. Now, one of the biggest nuggets of wisdom I can pass on to you is to really look within yourself and find the origin. Look at the original moment you learned this behavior. You hear a pattern or thought form in your head, or an emotional expression that kind of has always come up within your life. Look within yourself from who you learned it from, who you see it in others around you. And when you kind of pull that thread and keep pulling and pulling and pulling, you'll unravel that whole jacket. And it's going to fall apart. It's going to fall off. But we can't remove the conditionings from our experience until we recognize them. And again, when you really squeeze out that sponge, you're left with the pureness within that was always present. So, I hope that this helped you understand a little bit more about conditionings, what they are, and more importantly, how you can explore within yourself to liberate yourself from them. Namaste. I bow to that divine within you, and I love you so much. Be sure to really look within yourself each day. Take a breath and pause when you find yourself going along those cyclic patterns that often repeat. And question, what is the origin of this conditioning? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, and if you can, please share and hit the subscribe button. Slam that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content from myself and Full Spectrum Performance. I love you so much. Let someone you know you love them. Take care.